Are we live? We are live. We are live. Hey, Root Beer Milk, nice to see you. Welcome to the chill stream. I'm gonna wait a little bit before we start. I know it said like there are like, I don't know, a couple people here. This is just gonna be, I think I wrote it in the title. I was just gonna play some of like just, I'm not really focusing on the TEW I'm playing, but more just kind of like talking, chilling, just basic stuff, This is probably, this on screen is like my last 2016 save, South of the Border Pro Wrestling, which I really learned to like South of the Border. Hyped up for TEW 2020, of course, forced inside, although I did have to go outside today. That's why, sorry if people were waiting for the noon version of the stream. That had to be pushed, delayed. I know that's not a huge big deal, but I had to go out and I had to get some medicine for my grandmother because, the whole old people are scared to go outside and shit. But, yeah, this is, what's it called? Also, I'll probably read it just a couple times. I have my phone to go off just in case, because the landlord was supposed to come by, and well, he's supposedly to come by for a while. Hello, Benjamin. Nice to see you as well. Landlord was supposed to come by and check up on the house, but with this whole shit, I don't know if he's actually coming. Also, just gonna shoot. I'm just texting my dad to not come in and scream gamer words at me while I am streaming in case he comes home. Probably not going to be a long stream, probably for an hour and stuff. The Saturday stream will probably be the, what is the word I'm looking for? We'll probably be doing the VWA save. So that should be fun. Alright, put my phone over here. I was gonna wait a little bit longer. I'll probably start the actual, like, quote-unquote booking and stuff probably, like, in a couple minutes or so here. Just want to say, so hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's, I know it's tried and tested, but, staying safe and all that other shit. So, yeah, crazy week we've had so far. My school has just closed. Well, what's it called? Mine did as well. I'm not sure if you're high school or grade school or the equivalent. You're from the UK, I think, right? I feel like an asshole now saying that, but hopefully this stuff reopens soon. Although I'm totally fine with my university being online. Dude, let me tell you what. I don't know how that works for like 64 because I know he's in high school, but my online. Okay, so here's how my class works, and this goes into like story time shit. My school, so I have 3 classes at my university right now. One of them's a math class, and 2 of them are like film stuff. I think I mentioned that. Can I check a wrestler? Sure, you can check a wrestler. What's it called? Just write it in, and I'll do it while I talk. Anyway, what's the word? God damn it now. Oh, so my math class emails me right away, and they're like, okay, we're going online. So I was at the online one on Monday. I kind of skipped this one, Christopher Ball. I skipped the one on Monday. I skipped the one today just because I thought I was going to be streaming a little earlier. There's Christopher Ball. Get the name. Oh, I've seen this guy before. I've never used him before, but I've always heard about Christopher Ball. I forget. I think it was a Dynasty that he's been a part of. But anyway, I go to my I go to the online class and it's an absolute shit show. I figured like they got some kind of software to run this on, but then I see like it's provided by the school server, and I was like, oh my god. So it opens up and just it was a shit show. It's like, and the thing about this the College of DuPage, I'm just gonna flat out say it. Uh, I don't live around College of DuPage, so I'm not gonna get stalked by Ryback for booking him bad in the save. Is that they're like their red thing, like let's say the teacher is like right here. If I clicked on it, I can't zoom it in, so he's trying to show examples. That's not his fault, he doesn't know. So he's trying to show us like math examples, and it's like he can't do anything because no one can see it. So I left after like 20 minutes. I was like, I feel bad. But that my other class is like basically it's like we show up, we talk about film, and we leave. So like really boring. He just sent an email, was like, oh, okay, hopefully you guys are safe. I'm like, okay, that's great. You know, we were supposed to have a quiz. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, he emails us sooner. Now, my history of TV class, which if that sounds boring to you, it absolutely is. We literally sit there, watch a TV show like from the past or the concurrent year we're talking about, and then leave. And this goes from like 12:30 to like almost 4 o'clock. I wanted to scratch my eyes out. But anyway, I emailed him. I'm like, hey, what do you think about, like, what's going on with this whole thing? What are we doing for class? And, you know, obviously the class was canceled, but he just was like, I'm a head out, and I've not heard from him since. So I think he bailed. he just said, fuck it, I'm a head out. But yeah, no, that's how that school's been. So hopefully your school experience is better, or maybe you want it to be like that, I don't know. I just want to reiterate that Charity Suite. There's some awesome. If you're wondering about some of the pictures, I use a lot of renders or like redos. I know 64 uses the base ones, which are good. Froshore as well. We'll get to him in a second. But I forget who did it. I want to say Sock Puppet. If you go on the forums, he did like AAA and like QAW's re-renders. And, like, the AAA ones are almost a little too realistic for me. Like, they kind of scare me. But, like, the QAW ones are so good. It's the only... Like, I kind of prefer the default picture for Charity Suite since she's my waifu. And if you insult her, I will stab you. Just kidding. But yes, some of them are really good. So let's check out Froshore. I'm really honestly gonna... I actually... People kind of put out on the forums. I want to see what happens to... where Froshore goes. Seems legit school for us so far has been nothing at all. They're treating these days as snow days. Okay. Sorry, just reading off what Root Beer Milk said on the chat. And what's it called? But yeah, no, Froshore is, I want to see where he goes in the Seaverse. And I kind of talked about this, and I'll probably talk about it a bunch of more times. But, I was thinking about 2020, what I want to do for it. Hopefully, because of all the extra time I got, and Royal Rumble, I'm probably going to record it. GSW, I kind of leaned more towards IPW, but it's for a really dumb reason. That's because I spun a wheel, like, okay, which one do I want to do, GSW and IPW? And I went with IPW, and I was like, oh, IPW kind of sucks. I do like the roster, but I do like GSWs more. They're more a little lively, and it kind of they definitely fit the gimmick that they run. I'm really excited to see where they go. I want to see how the West Coast Wars does. If you remember the prediction video, I think Froshore, and I kind of talked about it. I feel that I think that he could do good in a company. I'm just not sure which one. It would probably be one of the sports entertainment ones. He's not a bad wrestler. It's just I think that's more of the style. SWF is the one that comes to mind for GTA Recheck characters. A company in India would be awesome. That's the one I thought of doing is... I do want to see how India works. Like, what the Seaverse is about all. Well, you know, with the Seaverse, also glad to see 64 here. Sorry, I just read his thing. You know, the Seaverse is, you know, a lot of people say this all the time, but, like, if you want to get into the Seaverse, there's a lot of different companies. I would just pick a company. Like, my first company was AAA. You know, a very odd choice, but, like, I love AAA because of it. because it's not like Seth. Look, it's like when you book Seth Rollins or like the WWE or the Real World, you know what they will and won't say. Unless you're like me and the big WWE save and just don't give a shit and just like I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck I want. But with these characters, you can just do whatever you want, and you get like a connection to them. It sounds really dumb, but like it's a little thing that kind of makes the game a little more funner. But obviously, Seaver's not for everyone. Jay Cord cut an interview about why Busta Cat was so. I actually had really good. I think it was a TCW run. Sorry, 64. With Busta Cat, and he did pretty good. Like I didn't play it enough, but he was on his way to be like somebody. To be like a good, like maybe like upper mid card guy, maybe main event, best young prospect in wrestling. Okay, nerd. I see you there, Jay Cord. But I've been playing South of the Border, just kind of like what I was talking about. South of the Border was really, like, I really learned a lot of these characters. Like, I'm kind of sad because I know he'll be retired, but Pablo Rodriguez has been, like, my favorite guy to book. This just kind of evil priest just makes me laugh and shit. Upstairs is one of my favorites as well. Interesting. What's it called? A lot of the characters in South of the Border. Champagne Lover, I haven't really connected with because he's kind of a dick because he's got that creative control, so that pisses me off. But like a couple other ones, like El Leon has been fun to book. Axis Jr. has been fun to book. You'll see it soon. I have a Bullet Club kind of storyline going on here with who's in the Bullet Club. I just call it Bullet Club because it's my last 2016 save, so I'm lazy. Soul Taker is my favorite. Soul Taker has been fun. I haven't booked him, right? Well, I'll show you what I've been doing. I booked him in the feud with Champagne Lover, but I didn't want to just beat the shit out of him. But the Bullet Club is, I got Divine Fortune, Ed Stone, Greg Gage, Matthew Gage, and Kirk Jamerson. And explore my hatred of USPW with 64. If I don't think I noticed if people noticed it, but I did manage to get Nikki Champion. So I'm like, holy shit, that's a big, signing right. In fucking USPW. When did he do it? I did do surgery on him, so he'll be in 3 months. But the motherfucker got a herniated disc when I right before I signed him. So that sucks. He was gonna be a part of the Bullet Club. He's probably will still be part of the Bullet Club. I'm trying to get Casey Valentine just because I just kind of like the idea of like a Bullet Club thing. But basically right now, just storyline-wise, just shows 64. I have, and I even write out my little storylines because I'm a nerd. I'm basically doing a bit where the Infernal Horde is at a guerrilla war with Ghoul, Beast, and Blood Raven and Pirata Movado. I don't know why I can't speak Spanish today. It's also kind of fun just because I am Puerto Rican, so I speak little bits of Spanish. If you saw what's that guy, Auspicious Ozzy, he has a really cool Road to Glory save going on. I kind of translated quote. I'm using air quotes just because I'm not the best at it. In his video because he signed with Oli, which is funny. But I'm just gonna head on to TV. Let's see if no one wants to be an asshole today. For the first like save I want to do in 2020 is very hard to determine. I either want to just do it at random, just say fuck it, or just and strappers. I think that the first save, El Mitico Jr. is gonna be great. Yeah, I have El Mitico Jr. in a I got him in a feud with Nicholas Lopez, who's also obviously a GOAT of TEW. He was at like opener. Let me see if I can check his pop, how it like grew. So he came in obviously 18. And he didn't start feuding like, and this was just because I kind of like cheesed it. But this is when he started really getting over. Like I threw him in matches with like I kind of have like a split feud. It's like basically he wants Nicholas Lopez, wherever he's at. There he is. He wants Nicholas Lopez's Campeonato de Latino America. That's the minor championship, but I hate that the championship's literally called the minor championship, so I had to rename it because I have OCD like that. So I changed that, and basically now he's fighting Extinction, who himself is in a feud with Pablo and El Demonio. So it's like combining two feuds just to kind of get some ratings. So, like, this is how I cheese it. I know people don't like it, but just for the last save, I do it. Again, just because it's like a personal thing. Like, I don't mind cheesing the game. Like, it's a game, so whatever. So I just have, like, kind of just to get some people, absorb some pop, raise some storylines. I have a lot of people, so I thought of, like, doing the brand split. Aaron Andrews, and I were like, Aaron Andrews is weird. I either have great matches with Aaron Andrews, or they're, like, just short of being good. So it's kind of disappointing. So, it's very odd. Like, whenever... That's why it's kind of like I said about TCW. Because, like, if you play TCW in this game, if you're smart, and mainly if you're the owner. If you're the owner, you can just, like, go to town on USPW and SWF, because just like the AI obviously booking is a thing. Hopefully that's fixed up. Then it's not bad booking, it's just that you just have a lot of more youth and like good work on your side. It fits your product, and at the same time you kind of have what's the other word I'm looking for, is like Aaron Andrews and Rocky Golden can carry it. I know people shit on Rocky Golden, and I'm not a big fan of Rocky either. I just don't feel he fits the like, it's like 64 said. I feel like it's maybe the problem that makes it really hard for me to book series. But it's really hard. I'm doing Dev Company straight. Yeah, Dev Company is going to be interesting how to do. Especially considering, I wonder if Adam's going to add more guys to Rhode Island RIPW. I hope it's kind of like an NXT thing where it's like it's kind of its own thing. RIPW gang. Okay, I would be in part of RIPW gang, but I will forever hate them because it's so hard to book small companies in America with. I'm so glad the regional battles thing has been fixed. As soon as I saw TW 2020 was coming, I'm like, I really hope that I don't get my butt molested as AAA by Rhode Island Pro Wrestling for whatever reason. So now that you can only fight in like the regions you're booking in is gonna be great. Trying to think of who else. Yeah, we'll just do that. So I spent 2 hours on the TV show. But I don't know if I labeled the stream stories because I want to tell some stories of also, I know it's kind of weird, but Burning Hammer is going to be interesting as well. I want to see what they do. I want to play Japan. I never played Japan just because Japan always scares me. But hopefully with... I have played a decent amount of 5-star Supreme Wrestling. Joshi Gang Rise Up. But, you know, it is what it is. So I think we'll do like a 6-man. But words are not coming out of my mouth. I labeled this stories because I don't know if 64 saw it, but I have a fun story, and this was like because it's kind of sad almost because there's so many memories that this game has that are gonna be not gonna be like gone, but it's kind of genuinely sad to see the game go. My very first game was with my very first game was with AAA. And then my real, sit down game was with SWF. And I had in senior year of high school, when the game came out, I had a coding class. And this class was boring as fuck. I wanted to be like every other, kid ever and be like, I want to code video games. But it's just, and there's nothing wrong with that and wanting to do that. And just in case anyone there, obviously follow your dreams. As hokey as it sounds, it really is. It just wasn't my passion until that's when I realized I like film and stuff like that. And if I can't find El Mitico for some reason, I'm going to die. Oh no, I'm stupid. So, in this coding class, I played to the year, even after, I played a little bit after that class too. But I would literally, because my friend was there and he's a coding god. Business studies and music management. That sounds really cool. No lie. my friend would literally, the teacher didn't know how to teach the class. Not like she was bad, like a bad teacher. Well, kind of. But like she just knew how to, actually, I wonder if I can sneak, because we've done this before. I want to see if I can get, can El Medico sneak a win? Or will they bitch about it? No? Okay, that's good. But, I would sit there and play SWF, and I posted this on the forums in one of the threads. I don't know, for a second, because I know he might go onto the threads a couple occasionally. I had a thing where I have, you have told this story. Have I told this story before? The Joe Sexy story? I don't know if I told the Joe Sexy story before, at least on stream. I have obviously told on the thread. For a short story short, in order to keep it, because I'm rambling and I don't want to bore anybody, I basically gave Joe Sexy a dominatrix gimmick on accident, and it somehow made him like one of the greatest like most over guys on the roster at the time. I don't know how he wasn't in Time Decline. It was really weird because this was like 2018. I think I got to 2020 or 20 something. I forget what I said. I might have been full of shit because I can't remember the time. This was a while ago, but like I sped run that fucking game. And that's where I learned a lot of like not only cheap tactics to play the game, like to be a little gamey, but also to play the game in a more fun way. Yeah, we'll go with this one. No, do I have a tag match for the pay-per-view? No, I do not. I'll probably... I want to do a thing where I break up Masked Lightning, because you'll see, like, I don't know why I forget his name now. Velkos, this guy right here. Isn't there a company with loads of cartoon characters? There is, are you talking about Zen? Because Zen is pretty much cartoon characters. I think I might have told this story too, but I wanted to do a series with Zen where I tried to get to the year 2020, where I like sped through the game, because I have a bunch of stories, like just like if you remember, there's a guy who did like a mod where it's like he had a bunch of storylines, because I guess in the old TEW, the really old TEW games used to give you like generic stories to work with. I was gonna take some of those, zen them up a bit, quote unquote, and then put them in there just to create some storylines. But yeah, no, I think unless you're thinking of Zen, there's also the like the video game company in Sea vs Mexico. It's not literally a video game company, but like it talks about how it's always one-on-one matches because like the guy's kids saw that in his their fighting games. I know they have like a Scorpion. They might just have like a guy called Scorpion, and I'm a big Mortal Kombat mark, so that's always cool. We'll have Multimillionaire. I'll talk about. Let's talk about El4, because he's in the feud too. I talk about people I hate. I hate El Forza. I hate him so much. This Scott Steiner looking bastard. He is over. I don't know why. He's not a negative. He has a negative influence, but he has not done anything. But he's just annoying to book. Like, I don't know why. I wanted to turn him heel, and he's like, nah, I don't want to be heel. It's like, well, fuck you too. So we did that. Let's do another angle with, could we do like a 2v2? No, that's not what I'm thinking of. How can we do, what is his menace? Damn it. El Demonio. Does he have a good menace? No, he has a horrible menace, so I'm just gonna go with, 3 promo, 3, it was like 3 thing. There we go. El Demonio, Pablo, and Nicholas. Nicholas is the best talker of all these, so hopefully he gets some bonus points for that. Builds up the feud. Mystery Man. And Extinction. Oh, not 20 minutes. But the next save also is gonna be very different from the WWE save. The WWE save I do for fun. The first 2020 save is probably going to be a lot more serious, a lot more Mr. C with a weird mask. That's actually kind of funny. It just comes back in a mask. Mr. C. That's something like I could see USPW doing too. Anyone know when the demo comes out? I was just about to ask because I played 2013 a little bit and then I just jumped straight into 2020. I wasn't into like following the game and stuff, so I don't know the like between the demo and the thing comes out. I am like salivating at the demo. Also, I don't know if anyone knows this for sure, and just leave it if you don't. May, I think. No, because the game's coming out in April. So if I want to say it might come out like beginning of April. What if what I just realized, because I said April and I just realized April 1st. I was like, you should release it April 1st and it's like TEW 2005. People would like cry. But yeah, no, the game's coming out in the like second or like the second half of April. So I would either assume like at the most, maybe it would be like late March, but I want to go for early April. Like maybe the first week of April would make sense. What did I want to book now? I'll do like a singles match. We'll put Soul Taker on there. Even at 41, Soul Taker is great. But I can't wait to sift through the demo and just see what has happened. Naked Champion is fun to book stupid. He is fun to book stupid. If I'm in the right mindset, I don't mind booking USPW since it is the biggest company. And there are some good guys in there. Like, I love Rich Money. I feel like Rich Money is always fun to book. Yeah, we'll just do him and have, like, a squash match. So it's always like kind of fun to book them, but for the most part I just prefer, like, it's just because it's not my style of wrestling, so I just change USPW to be what I want basically, and sometimes I'm fine with that, kind of like the WWE say, but other times I'm like, whatever. I was trying to think of other funny, maybe I'll show it if I get the chance. I'll probably do it on the next stream. The next stream will be that Cameron Vesey was my boy for a long time. I've not booked enough of Cameron Vesey. I need to I think 2020 is where I'm gonna start just look through all the characters. I want to get a shot of booking everybody, even if it's for a couple months. Book the companies I want to look for a long time. And maybe discover something fun. So we'll have the who should be in the Infernal Horde segment. Obviously, Soul Taker, Snapdragon, Magnifico, and we'll do Homebreak because he hasn't been on TV. And then the rest of the guys come out to brawl. I've literally just been having I think I called it guerrilla warfare, where the Infernal Horde just kind of show up and either beat on I call them the defenders, or vice versa. So it's a big, huge, stable warfare kind of NWO type thing, but with only, I'm just gonna rate Soul Taker because I'm cheap like that. But then that's also the thing is I want to turn all the new settings on, the what is it, the pre-booking, all the other kind of stuff he's put in the game. I want to book that for the first save because I just want to play with all that, see what I like, what I don't like. Hopefully I like it, and I know some people don't like certain stuff. Also gonna be the booker instead of the owner this time, so I can have limits to myself. I even have this shows how nerdy I am with this game. I don't have it for this one or the other ones. I have a Busted Cab's gonna join TCW and give him a stupid new name. No, but I don't want it. I don't know about I could see him joining SWF and getting a stupid name. TCW, that also could happen. Again, he's just TCW is very odd because I always see it as the work rate company. And Busted Cap is good. He probably could do, like I said, I did it and he's done pretty good. So, maybe it happened. I'm excited. But anyway, as I was talking about, I have a spreadsheet, and I'm going to use this for the save, just as it shows here. I have all the year. Basically what I'll do is I'll have, Nikki Champion on the first pay-per-view will defend his belt against this, and I will plan out. Sammy Bach is God. I also forgot to mention that Sammy is great. in TCW. If you hold on to him, Aaron Andrews, and Rocky Golden, you're pretty set. And if you could steal some guys in between, it's great. So, like, I have it go all the way to the year 2030, I think. Yeah, 2030. And so this is just, like, how I book my stuff. I also have things like owner goals, a round robin tournament. I started doing this at the tail end of 2016, but, like, I don't know if I'll show it on screen. I have one for the WWE save. The WWE one save is filled out with stuff and is super long. It goes, like I said, it goes all the way to, like, I forget what WrestleMania goes all the way out to. Speaking of that, for the WWE save, I thought of, I don't know where and how I could do it, but I just thought of, like, having, what's the word? I wanted to try and see if I could get it in 2020. I know there's a couple of YouTubers I've seen do that. Like, they've taken their saves and they've put them in that environment of 2020. So that would be great. That would be fun to have, and it would make the save last a lot longer. I'd probably get less bored of it. Zimmy, Bumfold, and Sammy Bach Iron Man match. That sounds actually pretty awesome, not gonna lie. That sounds pretty good. Oh, Multimillionaire is the champion, in case people gave a shit. But yeah, that does sound like a pretty good... Zimmy, I've never gotten the chance to do the fabled Zimmy heel turn, but I know it always goes pretty good, all things considered. So we'll do... oh, fuck, I almost forgot. I'll have a distraction by Champagne. So Champagne Lover will distract Multimillionario. He'll be at ringside, and then the Bullet Club, we'll say, like, Kirk Jamerson will come out and attack him. And we'll have the first kind of big confrontation with them. They'll probably attack, yeah, we'll have him attack Multimillionaire, too. We'll be, like, we'll have Ed Stone, Chance Divine, or Chance Fortune, Daryl Divine, not Demon Seed. In one of my offline saves, Vince Russo booked Randy to a heel turn, then he immediately got injured. That sucks. The Platinum Blondes are great. I swear, I love, just not to suck off 64 a lot, although I do love you. I love you, my boy. His booking of the Platinum Blondes. I don't know if I commented it, but I don't know if YouTube, like, blocked it out, because that does to some of my comments. The fucking idea, I love the idea of the Platinum Blondes with the pocket pussy just walking around. Like, they don't want it, they don't like it, so that's why they use it as a weapon to hit people with, because it feels like, oh, this will get them. Is my favorite kind of headcanon that I have. Look at the Gage brothers in there as well. He'll be on Overness, Entertainment, Overness, Bullet Club, Attack. Oh, jeez. But yeah, no, I love, dude, like, 64 receiver safe really got me back. YouTube blocks comments even when I just put the option and not block comments. Yeah, YouTube is crazy. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if... I don't... Because the last video you uploaded... Not that's been a while. I just mean that. I went to upload the video for the go home of SmackDown today, and it was like, due to coronavirus, our office staff will be empty. Please note that some content may be blocked because of it. I'm like, what a great... I was like, that'd be funny if, like, less content was blocked, because, like, they brought in less robots than everything. But yeah, you know, YouTube can be kind of cringe sometimes. If I not say it too loud, or Susan will come up and beat the fuck out of me. Have you played with Primus Allen? I've played with Primus Allen. I'm kind of bad with booking the monster heel. I'm not a super fan of that, but he does good. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Who's a heel that isn't being used in, like, the upper mid card? I want to have an upper mid carder guy. Fuck Mine Idol. He sucks. Oh, dang it, I completely forgot to book, how do I have, yeah, I'll book a thing with him. Oh, Dr. Rudo. What? Oh no, he's already wrestling. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I guess Mine Idol will do. And I think I'll give the Faces the win here because I'm not a big fan of these guys. But Primus Island does good work. The Dead Menace rating, I cannot lie. If you think I like cheesing this stuff, when I get that Menace rating, oh boy, is there some cheese? I'm like Wallace and Gromit. So I'm Puerto Rican and I watch because my mom has the WAPA, which has WWC on it. I think it's WWC. So I like watching that. It's very odd style over there. Like you just have nobodies, and then occasionally Alberto Del Rio will be there, and it's like, bro. But yeah, no, I like FCW because that Puerto Rican power. He's especially good as a small company because you can get some awesome ratings if you want to cheese it. Like I said, I know not everyone wants to cheese, but you know, it's kind of good just to get that kind of experience, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, obviously I would wait till I want to see what 2020 has. I think they may get a TV show because they have that TV show in the picture of it, and it's in the database, and there is a Puerto Rican like channel for them. With the whole broadcaster changes, maybe that's different. I'll have to see. But I'll just hold on. Are you running from a generic? Yeah, generic venue. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what's with FCW. I'm sorry, in the new game. So a decent pre-show match. Who was the week? Oh, yeah, California Kid. I gotta get California Kid over. He's not getting over for some reason. Quadzilla. How did Quadzilla? Quadzilla got 58. Holy shit. El Leon did great because he's El Leon. I do wonder, like, El Leon leaving would probably break my heart in South of the Border Pro Wrestling. I kind of just want to have another game where I dominate Mexico as South of the Border Pro Wrestling again. So we have the hype segments. See, like this video, like, what did Pablo do? Pablo did on 90 as a 41-year-old. Holy shit. Not tired, nothing. Pablo's doing great this, so it'll be sad. I'm pretty sure he's gonna retire. That might be the thing. Or maybe he won't. I don't know. This is cool, and I'll watch 2020 streams all the time. Well, if you're gonna watch 2020 streams, you know what? At least do it, you know, we'll do it together as a family. You know, the main thing, like, oh my god, this is like another like personal story, but you know, I don't care. My mom calls me up because she's like, "Can you pick up your grandma's medicine?" I'm like, "Okay," and she's like, I was like, she just got a new job. She, you know, moved away. And then she moved like to a different area, and she's like, "Yeah, I didn't go to work because I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna call the doctor to see if I got it." And of course, you know, as a son, that freaks you out. I'm like, "Oh my god, mom, you know what happened?" And she's like, "Well, I got a headache." And I'm like, I literally face palmed in the car. I'm like, okay, obviously call him up, you know, make sure you're safe. I was like, she can be a hypochondriac sometimes. A lot of people in my family are hypochondriacs. So this, like, the only thing I worry about this whole time is, you know, so my mom is a lot older, so, you know, bad immune system. Like, you know, I was sick right before everything happened, and they were like, go get tested. And I was like, I'm not going to get tested. I don't have that shit. You know, it was kind of the only thing is that the cough I had, I don't know if it was a fever, but it wasn't not a dry cough. Like, I had mucus shooting out of me like 24/7. So it was not pretty. But you know, that's a thing. Like I was telling here, this why can I not pronounce his name? I was pronouncing it great. He got a 91. Like, he's going to the main event, brother. As soon as I get the chance. Multimillionaire, I was doing great on commentary. That did really good. All things. I know El Demonio was overwhelming. Have you seen that thing where a person playing Raining Blood by Slayer on a balcony? I have not seen that. That sounds awesome. Not gonna lie. That sounds anything Slayer. I love like music like in that field. I listen to only old music, buddy. But no, that does just sound badass. You know, I was wondering. I think I don't know if I mentioned this too, but as you can see, my boy Jimmy Jolt Jr. I I was the same guy that did that for the Titan Wrestling Factory. That would be awesome if the Titan Wrestling Factory people were in the game. It would make sense. It would give Titan, some stuff, or Dread some like cred on that kind of like the Monster Factory or whatever. I forget. No, it's not called Monster Factory. The Titan Factory. Some graduates. But this is my boy, so I always have to book my boy, Jimmy Jolt Jr. So Soul Taker beats the fuck out of him. And there you go, kid. And the big segment with that. Yeah, Leon's segment. 81. Wow, that sucked kind of ass. What was that about? Poor experience. And just was not a well-received main event. Whatever. You can't win them all. And then the whole Bullet Club angle thing. Use California Kid too much. Wow, that sucks. That really hit bad. I don't like how... Maybe it was because of this angle alone, but like I used California Kid here and I used him in a dark match. I don't think being used too much. What match did you book and think was going to be God but just didn't? Probably either. I think more recently the save on the Undertaker Sting match. I thought maybe their overness, and it was good, but I think I just did the wrong note. I was thinking, I'm like, should I use the once-in-a-lifetime note? Because I know I've just heard from experience that never works for some reason, and it didn't, so, that kind of sucked. I'm trying to think of another match that didn't do good. It's kind of another funny one, but I was doing a local to global. Hey, Nonverbal. Hi, good to see you. I think one of the matches I booked, it was in a local to global, it was like in Europe. So I booked it was this main event, and this was like one of the first shows. So there's only like 8 fans. But I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. And it wasn't bad because of the rating. It ended after like a minute because of an injury. And it was like, oh, the injury was so bad, it like went off. And I was like, okay, that sucks. And the guy wasn't back. Like, this is the guy, I was like, this is going to be like the face of my company till I get better people. He's gone for like almost like more than a year. And I was like, oh, shit, that sucks. And basically, I didn't check the injury, but basically, I thought it was because it said spinal. And then I read back and it said, like, some spermal. And I looked it up online, and the guy ripped his dick off. And I was like, holy shit, this guy ripped his dick off in the ring. And I was like, oh, my God. So I, like, fired that guy immediately. Another, like, there was one in the SWF save from when I was in high school. That was another one. I can't remember what it was. I think it involved Jack Bruce, and he did good. It might have been like Jack Bruce, Joy Morgan. I want to say it was Joy Morgan. And for some reason, it was before I knew how to, like, book regularly. Yeah, it just did not go over well. Strategies when playing TEW. It depends on how I'm booking it. If I'm booking it regularly, like, the WWE Safe taught me a lot. Like, I always feel like your main event matches, like, I have either a lot of squash matches, Benny Benson, just looking at it. I have a lot of squash matches, that'll, like, kind of set up a mood. But, like, big TV I book TV almost on the levels of pay-per-view. Like, I kind of throw in your tag matches between contenders and champions and stuff like that. Just because I not only is it a good way to get a rating, did your teacher ever find out? I think she knew, but she just didn't give a shit. So we just went, because again, I would literally like homework. She literally couldn't teach the class. She just had no idea what she was doing. So everyone went to my friend, and he just like, okay, do this, and we do it, and just that was it. Not like plagiarism. We would have to work on our own, and also a lot of it was just that's a great render. I forgot I had that for Darkness Cat. A lot of it was like, it was like go home and homework. So like homework we do by ourselves, but once you know the basics of it, like it was pretty easy. So she might have I don't think she knew I was playing TEW, or else she'd be like, hey, are you booking Zimmy Bumful? Well, no, but to that extent, but I think she might have had the thing. I might have flat out just like she pretty much knew we didn't give a shit. Your offers is currently one. I was trying to get Casey Valentine here. I might have a shot at it so far. Miller Ford. I heard good things about Miller Ford, but I never gotten the chance to play it. I never played Ma, because I feel like everyone always plays Ma. I'll play it probably in the next game. But a strategy is like, like as I was saying, like TV. I like to book TV good. Most difficult person to deal with in DW, probably Ryback. It's a meme, but this was the worst backstage guy I ever had in TEW. Like, again, this man did not want to fucking put over the Undertaker at WrestleMania. I was like, guy, what the hell is wrong with you? When he lost the belt to Colt Cabana. I had the Colt Cabana thing planned, but I was worried because I'm like, oh, this guy's an asshole. Will he put Colt Cabana over? And he did. I'll check. I want to see what Times of Trouble did. Oh, what did Rogue won the SWF championship. That's interesting. But anyway, as I was fucking going on about it, it's he didn't want to put over the Overtaker. He didn't want to put over Ray, who was more popular. He puts over Colt Cabana fine. And I know he pinned Tyler Breeze, but I've seen it where he would bitch about shit like that in like triple threats. And then all of a sudden, Colt is now more popular than him. And then he now just is like, nah, I'm not putting him over. And as soon as I just go with that, he's like, I want my release. And I was like, fuck you, get out. I think it's also just because I didn't like Ryback IRL, at least his work. As a guy, I couldn't give a shit. So that was, I kind of set myself up for that failure. I think the other guy is, I was doing another local to global, not the one I talked about, the guy ripping his dick off. Anyway, he comes out, or, what the fuck am I even talking about? It's another local to global. Yeah, he is buried in the Chuck E. Cheese ball pit, never forget. What's the word I was looking for? He comes out, right, like, it was a local to global, and I brought in Enzo. And literally the first day Enzo's there, he shows up high. And it was constant for that. And I was like, oh my god. I think I might show off that one in the next video, or next stream on Saturday. I'll open that up before we do the VWA shit. Let's see what happened. Mikey James has a cracked tailbone. Mikey James bruised his butthole. All that shit doesn't seem that important. Let's cut to, what was it? Times of Trouble. What did Times of Trouble do? So Rogue beat Remo for the title. Brandon James defeated Jungle Lord in a pretty good match, all things considered. Kurt Laramie beat Joey Morgan for the SWF North American title. That's cursed. Paul Hunter. Speaking of guys who are bad to deal with, I've never had a bad experience with Big Smack Scott. I don't know why. Holy shit, Squeaky McLean defeating Akuma did not go over well. I forget if 64 said it or not, if he's still here. Did you send Monty Trescard to like RIPW or RIPW? Because I put him in my save. I put him in a tag team with Sammy Smoke, and that was like a whole thing. I brought back the Sammy the Shark gimmick. So, like, that kind of fit, too. It was kind of like Money Inc., but, like, with, like, gambling involved as well. Sorry, my nose was a little... I ain't dealing with him. Just straight out, like, fuck him. Wade Barrett beat Dolph Ziggler by burying his hand in a McDonald's bun. Is a very interesting thing. Their hand was trying to keep getting a spine-related injury because they also worked at CZW. I was literally about to make a CZW comment, but like that's interesting. That is I'm sorry. That's and that was me. I would rage quit. I'd be so mad. Steven Parker beat Justin Sensitive. Poor Justin Sensitive. Just trying to see who else. Oh, I was about to see. I was like, Sammy Smoke's not even on the card, and I talked about him. Oh, Barry Lebowski. There's your boy Everest. Where did I see Everest? I saw Everest's name somewhere. Is Jack Bruce injured? I think Jack Bruce might be injured in the save. Well, it'd be awesome if I could, see it game. Let's see. Jack. Is he? No, he's not injured, so he just wasn't on the card. Steven Parker always steal for, sometimes, Everest is 1 and 2 in my YouTube series, as he should be, because fuck Everest. Everest sucks. Everest is awful. Everest is pain and suffering. This is my like developmental I made to see if anything interesting happened. The tag team champions, Generation Poké, Silencer and Cobra. That's an interesting tag team. And a bunch of these guys. Yeah, nothing really special to comment on. Who's the strange person to the next big thing in TEW? Next strangest thing in next TEW. I think I was trying to think of the guy. I was thinking about it because everyone talks about him. It's gonna definitely be African Earthquake. No, I'm just kidding. But I forget who it was. There's a lot of guys who are definitely gonna be up there. But it was someone was like hold on a second. That's like damn. I forget how some of the render. I just see renders and I like them. Oh, someone said this guy Andres Thunder was gonna be a big deal, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't see it. maybe if you book him right, but there is somebody I can't remember who it was. Damn it, I can't remember. It was a very odd. Oh, Ash Campbell. He'll big deal in U.S. He would be a big deal in U.S. Pro. That would make sense now that I think about it. Ash Campbell is the one. Like every time I book Ash Campbell, it's not bad. He's just kind of in the middle, just like just not like a very like I don't have fun with him. It's just a very odd thing. It's a very, very underwhelming experience. But if there are some, there's probably a couple people I forget. But there's not really a person I'd say like, oh, this guy sucks. I don't see him getting on there. Besides that, we'll do a TV from Northern. I have had good stuff with Cobra. That's why I bring him in. I don't know if Cobra is gonna be a big deal because he's still very young. I could see him maybe in a couple of the indie promotions with calendar, but no one in the community talks about him. That's true. I don't know if you guys heard it. I just like burp came out of my mouth. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. We'll do here to Mexico. I haven't booked a Zonk in a while. Actually, you know what? No Zonk. I'll put him in a dark match. Have him go over. Yes, Cerebro, because he sucks. This guy, I'm not a big fan of Cerebro. Cerebro, or however you pronounce it. He just was not that. He could probably be good. He's very young, and I like the gimmick of the mask patchworks that has like awesome stories written on it. I just did not have a chance to like really get into him. I was just like, eh. So there's that. El Rey. Actually, not El Rey either. I'll have him on the show. Have you showed your friends any of the saves? A lot of my friends aren't like into that. Hold on, let me see that. I have shown them. Okay, for the one looks like it's made of fruit roll up. That's kind of the gimmick basically. Is that he like steals masks and then cuts them up into his own mask, which is an awesome gimmick. That sounds fucking cool as shit. But I just have not had anything really to like any inspiration to work off of that. So it'll be the TV show gimmick just to get some people over. Do a dark match. It was Zonk. Or at least he's at mid card. Who's like a get Fox mask. Just to get those two guys. Anyway, one of my friends has a. No one at my high school likes wrestling. It's a very niche thing. That's kind of why I do it. But it's not like like my friends like, oh fuck wrestling, I hate it. My friends do like one save, and if I do show the save, I like it's at local to global. It's at international now, so I almost finished it, but I was like, I'm gonna leave it off here. And basically, if I was booking something, I would just tell my friend. I would send them a snap of the people, like with no context. Be like, pick one. And that's actually where this save started, actually, south of the border. I went to the last big kind of TV company save. I took a picture of all the companies that where they had like a TV deal, and I was like, pick one. And my friend with no context picked south of the border. So like they know about it, they talk about it, but it's not like something, there's a couple there's a couple of guys, but like they're mostly like online people, so I wouldn't call them but like friends, but like IRL friends, and they could, it's like it's a thing. But it's not like a bad thing either. Like I'm not like losing friendships over fucking like dumb shit like that, Who now heals? We'll just see monsters. Barbed wire death. I booked one. Did we do the barbed wire death match in the VWA? We had the stripper fucking one with all the that fucking cursed image. Oh god, if I could find it, I'd pull it up. But the cursed, I forget what hardcore match we booked for. We were trying to kill off what's his name, the owner, Alberto Del Thorpe. I'm sorry. We booked some kind of hardcore match. I forget what it was. Something along those lines. We'll do Steal the Show one. I think Steal the Show would be good here. And then interference from Soul Taker. I think Albert was in the... Yeah, he wasn't... I know he was in the death match. He was in some kind of death match. I forget the exact thing of it. Let's do Mario Heroic and Minico. Actually, no, we'll do just Champion Lover and El Rey. Cheese stick on a pole match just still got. I forgot about the cheese stick on the pole match. Just the idea of two guys fighting over a cheese stick is my favorite thing. Let's see. Promo. I like to book a lot of like south of the border. Pretty much like all my like go home shows have a 6-man tag with all the people on it. So we'll have I don't know who exactly will be in it. So we'll have El Medico might be in it just to get him just to that status. Where is Leon? Where the fuck is Leon? Am I like stupid? There he is. Oh, a chocolate cheese stick as well. Yeah, I forgot about the chocolate cheese stick. That VWA stream is still my favorite thing ever. Now that I have time after Royal Rumble, before I record, I'll have to book, or I'll have to chop it up into like highlights of it, just because I like doing that. So now that let's make this match a little longer. We'll go with the 18 minutes, like that. We'll have a tag match with the tag champions, Absolute Power. Go up against Smash Lightning. We've had this match a bit, but is what it is. Can this guy be a decent heel? Yeah, he can be a good heel. That's good. That's good, because I want to do the heel turn. I think once I get to the pay-per-view, I'll be done, because I got to, I don't got to do anything, quote-unquote, but I do want to tidy up the house a little bit, and all that kind of stuff. I'm very tired today as well, if I don't sound as lively. I woke up at I just wake up at 7 now for some reason. Like, my brain's still on, like, school brain, even though school's out for summer. And, let's see. I was in a stream of WF. We made Private Ahmed Johnson because Sergeant Slaughter became his friend. Private Ahmed Johnson. That sounds great. I like how he's a private, too. He's not, like, I don't know why. Let me see. Is it still raining outside? I cannot tell. I'm gonna say no. It's hard to see out my window from here. We'll do Pablo talks about extinction. I don't know why I freestyled it. I think I had a different idea, but whatever. We'll have... who do we want? Who do we want? I haven't had Scarlet Scarab in a while. It's just another kind of squash. Here. The promo with Nicholas and where'd it go? Vince McMahon became Chris Candido's mentor. That sounds Waylon Mercy. I always like booking Waylon Mercy because I feel like Waylon, like, by the time, obviously it's been said in the history books, by the time he got to the WWF, he was obviously, a little old, weared out. But I really like the gimmick of Waylon Mercy, because especially when you pair him in that kind of era, you have him kind of just trying to figure what words are supposed to come out of my mouth. It felt really good just because it works well because it's not too over the top. It was a very subtle gimmick going on there. We'll just have we'll do that lineup. I don't want to have the champion in a storyline it's not really involved in. Nico Jr. and Extinction. And that will be the main event. And we'll get a word from the champion. Well, he's not really challenging him. Again, we'll talk about Floreza in that tag match at the pay-per-view. Cut 1 minute. Like the 6. But, I especially like the idea of kind of like Waylon Mercy going after, like, The Undertaker in that time. Where Undertaker's this over-the-top shoot lightning guy, and, in 1995 it was starting to wear out. But even, like, before that, Duke the Dumpster is a 5-time hardcore champion. He beat Mankind. Oh, my God. Duke the Dumpster. That's something else. God, just look at Velocidad. I believe I butchered that. 91, my boy, he's ready for the main event. And that's without tag chemistry. We have a problem with that. Just a simple match. It's Lopez, main event, 83. I'm good with that. And then the end of the show, 87. Always good. There's John Greed. I like that John Greed around there. Actually, unfortunately, I can do the pay-per-view. I was about to say, I just got a message that I thought, maybe I'll heal the Zonk because national time. Des Davis, I don't really feel Des Davis. I got enough Americanos on the roster as well. Oh, there we go. Left straight away. Yeah, I've seen Bret Hart does that a lot, though, doesn't he? Like, I don't know why, 60,000, Jesus. I don't know why, like, Bret Hart just, like, usually, like, when you're playing stage, like, he just leaves, I don't know. I've seen that happen with a couple people. I think it happened to, like, Book It Better. Like, he tried to do that, and Bret Hart just left. He said, I'm gonna head out. So, let's bring that overness up for some of these storylines. Why do I always forget where El Medico is? Extinction, Pablo. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. Make a fridge freezer match on Saturday. Dude, if you remember it, we'll probably book it. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds about right. Oh no, not Champion Lover. Pay-per-view and intro package. One person must be writing out something. Well, let's open the match. Let's open the match with, why is this happening? I completely forgot about this. You know, let's open the... Yeah, let's open the match with this. This would be a decent opener. Actually, no, that's... I was gonna say... I want to steal the show to open up. Ever use user characters outside of playing as them? Like, can you please check on who is the Cheese Stick champion after the show? I will check on that. I will definitely check on that. I have done, like, I've done the Road to Glory thing. I've had kind of, like, using the owner as, like, part of... Not the owner. Like in matches, if that's what you mean, non-verbal. So, yeah, I have kind of done that. Damn, my damn nose is just getting, like, some opened my sinuses up, and I don't know what. It probably starts with C and ends in Ona. What should be the opening match? What the fuck was that? I swear to God, every time, like, a big, like, truck comes by. We made someone 7 years old. We did make someone 7 years old. I think it was, I can't remember who the fuck it was. Damn it. The Champions, the Trios. The Infernal Herde's gonna go over, especially at their own pay-per-view, basically. And a drug addict. We did make him a 7-year-old meth head. 7-year-old crackhead, rise up. What did I set this for? Storytelling. We'll do, we'll steal the show. I know they're old, but a lot of the guys do pretty good. Even with steal the show. And then we're gonna have this match. Strangest TEW death. I hate going back to just the big WWE save. It makes it seem like that's all I've played. But when Cody Rhodes just fucking exploded in the Kenny death, actually pissed me off. I had so many plans for him. I was like, damn, son of a bitch. That made me genuinely mad. And I was like, that's just, damn. Like, it's just sad. Oh, you know what? Okay, fuck this shit. Okay, because that guy sucks. We're gonna make this Mystery Man, because he's in that feud. So that makes way more sense than El Mitico. And this will be our Steal the Show one. Oh, no, not El Mitico. He can't win. That's the whole point. And this will be Storytelling. Disney, they haven't had a show yet. They're going to have a show, I believe, they're going to have it the same day as the Rumble. Because I booked them on the 4th, and then I moved the Rumble to the 4th. I don't think they've gotten any, like, men, though. I might have to pop in and just send a bunch of contracts out, because they've just only hired women. They're like not all men. They have a division, but it's like, I don't know if it was because I fucked that up or something. I don't know what. I could be wrong though. Maybe last time I checked. So I'll probably make note of it on the episode of Raw after the Royal Rumble. But I'll keep you updated. And then we have, okay, so yeah, fuck that shit. Oh, let's have an angle with Axis getting beat up again. We'll have Axis Jr. will get beat up, and then what's his face? El Hero Mexicano and Angel of Mercy, their tag team, will save the day from the Evil Bullet Club. Yeah, it's Stone, and we'll get Greg Gage over. I have played a little bit of the Thunderverse, just not enough to get into it. I do want to get into the Thunderverse. 'Cause I did like what I saw with the Thunderverse. The characters, they're, again, fictional mods like that, I always like that. That always kind of makes me, interested in it. I gotta, just read up on, all the history of it, and stuff like that. Roll Club Attack, Thor. Who would their Cena per se be? Do you like MMA? I'm not. I need to like. I'm fine with MMA. I'm not like too into it, but it's it's a thing. Thunderburst is really, yeah. I was about to say like I think I don't think it's overwhelming in terms of like I can never play it. I just have to sit down and do it, and I usually don't have time to like sit down and read up on like everything ever. But it is a very well put together mod. In my opinion, I like it a lot. So then we're gonna have this match. I'll go 16. Steal the show. Nicholas Lopez gets a tainted victory because that damn priest Pablo interferes on Extinction. I'm also setting Extinction up for a heel turn as well, to be corrupted by the good old heels. One of the things I wanted to do right before that, because I noticed in the editor they have it's like the de-ager and then ager, so it's like you can like mass edit people to be like a little bit younger or a little bit older. At least that's how I think it works. One of the ideas I had, and this was like I didn't know if I want to do it like collab with people, is I wanted to combine it's the fantasy, the Diablo verse, where it's like all the comic book and anime characters and all that stuff. Combine that with the C-verse and a real world mod, and playing as WWE, have 3 shows and all of those databases are on their own brand. It was it's a fun idea. I thought would be like fun to do. I've always contemplated. I would probably either do it like as a YouTube series or just as my own thing. But that would be definitely cool if I could get like people to do that. With. That does sound awesome. And then after like I think the goal I set is because like I think if you set a goal, it makes people more like, okay, we don't gotta worry about booking like 7 years ahead. Probably like 2 years. Year 1 would be like that, so they're all on their own brands, and then the 3 of whoever's booking it would have we'd have a draft, and it would just like we'd go ape shit. So like you'd have like Superman, Adam Cole, and Nikki Champion on the same fucking brand, trying to beat the shit out of each other in a very odd way. So I want to have this go. This will probably be the match of the night, but I want to have it to be like double count out. Is there like a timed finish? There's not time finish in 2 out of 3 falls. Well, we'll do like a non-decision. They fight too much. This is supposed to be like a number 1 contendership match, and this will lead to Lucha Mania, where it's El Leon and the confident guy. I forget how you pronounce his fucking name because I'm on stream. Oh, they will go to that. El Leon is unhappy about the booking. Well, you know what? This match is probably gonna get that, so we'll do that. And then we'll have Champion Lover of Forza and Multimillionario and Pharaoh King. Greatest TEW achievement. The first 100 I did on the big WWE save before I recorded, which was Wade Barrett and CM Punk. That was pretty cool. The biggest achievement is that's what I was trying to talk about, is the showing friends the TEW saves. I'll show my dad the save a lot, by the way, because he's a big fan of wrestling. He watched wrestling because he's a lot older than me. Back like the Gorgeous George days, so he just likes anything wrestling, so he thinks it's pretty cool when I tell him about the save whenever we talk about wrestling. But the biggest achievement is taking fucking Yabo the Clown, a indie guy in my in that same local to global and making him more over than like the fucking Rock or anyone in WWE and giving him the belt and getting a 96 match with Jon Moxley is probably my favorite thing I've ever done in the entirety of my WWE TEW career, just because of how much of a fucking meme it was. Okay, my damn sinuses sound ugly as shit. So I'm hoping this can work. Please God. Fuck. So I'm just gonna have Champagne Liver win it. It's not that big a deal. God, like, creative control sucks. I hate creative control. I can't wait till the Taka thing so I can be like, hey, I'll let you, like, please just, like, give me a favor. Put these guys over. How much? Okay, how much over? See, he has 100, which makes sense. He has 90. I think he's, like, in the late 80s. Okay, so that's kind of fair to say. Fuck it. The good guys will win, and then we'll just have an angle afterwards where it's like, Multimillionaire is like, haha, I got you by taking this match. You can't win. Get another title shot. So, like, it makes them look like idiots, but, you know, it's a personal save, so whatever, I don't care. I must cut at least 2 minutes. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna cut straight into it. 95A to open up the show. 85B, always good to see. Would this have done better with the storyline? I thought they were in a storyline. I thought I put Mystery Man in the storyline, but that was always good. Those damn multimillionarios. This did pretty good. So Soul Taker has the Life Force Drain, and now the Infernal Horde have the Trios titles. Their Guerrilla War has become much more successful. Bullet Club Attack Angle. 87B+, that's on. Do you like NFL or NBA? NBA, not so much. NFL, you know, I like watching the Bears when they don't eat ass, which is never. I'm not a big, like, real kind of sports guy, but, you know, I'm like, I'm not gonna go ape shit over it, but I like it. I guess that's what to say. Nicholas, well, they were both tiring at the end too. That was pretty good. Following interference for Pablo Rodriguez, that match. So wow, that really killed the finish. I assume is what killed it. Penalties for booking decisions. But yeah, no, that'll, you know, it makes sense in the long run. 88. God, wow, El Fuerza suffered a precursive ankle stretch. So, wait, why did Champagne Liver win with a handful of tights? He won a business for himself, brother. Wow. So that match, someone who lives in the UK, I like NASCAR. Hold on a second. You know, NASCAR is NASCAR. It's not something, like, I would watch, but it's like, you know, I'm not gonna, like, you know. Upcoming tests. Okay, hold on. I just got an email from my teacher, so let's see if he actually emailed us shit. Monday. He says tests, but I think they're quiz. The quizzes in quizzes in this film class are crazy. Like, one was talking about, like, is it okay to use crack on the film set? I'm not even kidding. It was fucking weird. So, 86B, I'll take it. Fun little pay-per-view before the main show. We're gonna take El Mario. MLB. What's it called? I like going to baseball games. Watching baseball on TV is, like, iffy. But, it's usually fine with it. I like sports because it just brings, you know, like, the family together, as cheesy as that is. But so, I think this is going to be it for this stream. I want to thank everyone for coming out, for just chilling, in these, what does that say? Go back to internet. Jeopardy. Oh, I thought it said in Jeopardy. Dick the Devastator leaves after looking fucking scary. See ya. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. Everybody, you know, what's it called? Oh, the cheese steak. I almost forgot. We gotta check the cheesesteak champion, brother. Stream. The cheesesteak champion is previous day warlord. Always can't forget. European champion is also previous day warlord. And yep, I figured that's how it went. I thought, and okay, so what was the last show we did? The first last show. Yeah, Alberto de Thorpe went with, I think it was Ultrafly. Ultrafly, I think, is the guy who's 7. Oh, he's 5. Even better. 5 years, 11 years pro. Now that's some interesting facts right there. 195 years old, brother. But yeah, we will be back here on Saturday, and I want to thank you guys all for coming. Stay safe. Don't panic. Remember to keep a good head about you with all this crazy stuff going on. Keep an open mind. Just stay calm and collected, as I like to always do. And I will see you guys on Saturday.